So today we are going to be going over the Wednesday videos. Let me turn my camera because that's how it's supposed to be. Actually, I can leave it like this. Yeah. No, we're good for this. So we're going over Thursday Webtoons today. I have a Monday through Wednesday already up, so you should check them out. And we'll start screen recording here in a minute. If you don't know how these videos work, then check out one of the old videos. That's what I have for you. Sort this by interest. Actually, we'll leave it at popularity. So I've read a lot of Unordinary until here, as you can see from my screen mirroring. But yeah, I think this is a series that I like better when I'm binging. And I don't know, I was just like, oh, I have to read this, so then I stopped. And then also on this day, I just don't have a lot of energy for Webtoons. There's a Batman one. I'm curious about it, but I'm not going to read it. This one's really good. Leveling Up My Husband to the Max. It's really good. And it's about this lady, and she goes back in time, and she goes and she visits her husband. Well, not visits. She goes back, and she's like, I'm going to make sure my husband in my life is awesome because I was miserable and whiny in the past, and I'm not going to be doing that anymore. And then here we are, and she is awesome. And then this one I started, and it stressed me out, so I didn't read it. I don't like mind control, so yeah, that wasn't going to be for me. This I read while it was on hiatus originally, and no, it was out for a long time. And then I was having to cut, and then it started back up, and I was not remembering what was happening very good, so I decided that it wasn't worth reading, especially since it goes up on a day that's hard for me to keep track of. And then when JC whistles is lovely. It's great fun, and I would recommend. A lot of people like it, I think. Mythic Item Obtained is a fun fantasy one, and this dude like drastically changes his life, which is very fun, and I really like it. It's quite good for a action fantasy type thing. Weak Hero. I was reading this one time, so I was reading this, and my friend asked me what it's about. It's legit about just like high schoolers, this one high schooler beating up these other ones because he's so smart. I told her that. I was like, this just had to be the one you asked. That was so embarrassing. And I don't even read it anymore. Like, I didn't even get caught up. I stopped here. Serena is very intriguing. See, I don't know how, so this is like a drama, right? And the art is very pretty, which is probably part of why it works for me. And I think it's just like, I accepted that these people are going to be awful to each other, and they're like all awful. I think that helps too. Like, a lot of times with these types of webtoons, they stress me out too much, so I can't handle them. But with this one, it works. So, like, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know to tell from which. Did I stop this one? I did stop this one. Oh, that bit was short. That's like 13 episodes that came out before it stopped. But yeah, this one's pretty fun. It's cute and very like fairy tale-esque, which I liked. But you know, this day was hard for me to read Webtoons on, so I quit it. Which is sad. This one, like this cover thing, like I don't know, his eyes speak to me, and I want to read it, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. This is the one I'm also subscribed to read to, and I haven't done it yet. And it's not as intriguing as Zamagon. That's not how you say it at all, but whatever. That's not what I meant to click on. This is what I meant to click on. The Dark Lord's Confession. I read like the first couple when it came out, and then I stopped because it was stressing me out too much, probably. No, that's a different one. This one sounds really similar to another one that I read on Sundays, I think it is. this one, My Little Bookstore. I just started, but it's pretty dang cute. And so I'm looking forward to it. And I think it'll be fun. Hopefully it doesn't play into love triangles too much. I don't like that. It stresses me out. And yeah. Little Lady Mint is... I have a sneaking suspicion that the girl might end up with the stepdad, like the dad figure, and I don't like that. I want her to end up with Urine, which I just realized how much his name sucks. It's with a Y. It looks very nice in writing, but it's not very nice when you say it out loud. That was the first time I had to say it out loud. This one I started and didn't like. Going down. This one's cute. Eternal Nocturnal. That's another thing that I didn't realize how weird it was to say out loud. And it's fun. They like talk in their dreams, which is a cute concept. I had not this idea, is for something like, it was a completely different story, like more fairy tale-esque. But I had this like idea of people like communicating in their dreams before. It's just like fun to see someone do it. Jungle Juice, I read this way back when I was first reading Webtoons, and it like came out. Huh. It hurt. But yeah, I got 4 episodes in, and I was like, meh. Is this the one I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of the one. It's a story, tops, but underneath is perfect. Ah, yes. That's the one I'm thinking of. And then, Made for Hire. That was one I read as a canvas, and it was one of my favorite canvases. And then it became a Webtoon. That's so exciting, you know? And I like it. And the changes they made were really good, and the episodes that they left the same were really good. And it was so fun. Like, this was like one of the first canvases that I read to be turned into a Webtoon. It's so cool to like be knowing, and then like kind of not knowing is really fun. You guys need to read canvases so you can be in the action. And then I have another one that I wanted to click. Lily Crown, and I read it until the 13th episode, and then I stopped because I was yawn. I stopped because I was like, oh, I have to read this one. And then this one I read way back when. I read a lot of episodes. Well, not a lot. And then I think what happened was that this was one that I was reading before I was subscribed to Webtoon, so I lost track of it because it wasn't updating or something like that. So then, yeah, but I do have interest in starting it again. So yeah, those are only Webtoons that I read on Thursdays and have thoughts about. That's the cool name, Cloudwalker. There's 64 episodes out, and he has a cross on his face. Ares, demons that prey on weak-minded humans, plunging their victims into despair and taking control. Only a few selected humans possess supernatural abilities under the organization of Cloudwalker. Are the only ones who can deal with them. Through an unfortunate encounter with an Ari, Kai Watana is forced to make a deal with one of these demons himself. Or is it the other way around? That's so dramatic. It's fun. I'm not gonna read it. It's fun. I like it. Maybe I should read this. I feel like horror would be fun. I'm reading Sweet Home right now, and that's pretty fun. I'm gonna subscribe. I'm not gonna read it for a while, but I'm gonna just subscribe. I feel like I'd like horror. So yeah. Anyways, I was doing an outro. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna be going through the whole days that I read. I've done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday so far, and I'm going to be doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then maybe like going through my subscription box thing. And maybe I'll do some manga stuff, and maybe I'll do some manga stuff. But you know, I talk about Webtoons a lot. I talk about art and Operation Christmas Child, but mostly just things I'm interested, so you should like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!